Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharita and welcome. And in today's video, we are ranking viral TikTok Middle Eastern fragrances. So with the price increases that we continue to see with the niche designer market, it is no surprise that Middle Eastern fragrances have really burst onto the scene, exploded onto the scene. And when you're watching TikTok and you're getting like these little, 30-second or 1-minute nuggets, it's so easy to be just influenced to buy. And many of the times you can be really underwhelmed at what you're getting. So I just want to give you an idea through my ranking if they are really going to be worth the hype, or is it really just hype, okay? So I hope you do enjoy this list. We have a good mix of some a little newer to the market, some tried and true. But if you're looking to get into Middle Eastern fragrances, honey, dive on in, because the quality of many of these fragrances are there. The performance in a lot of them are better. They're not all dupes, but a lot of them are inspired by for really popular fragrances in the niche and designer world. So your girl has got you covered. If you're looking to smell good at $50 and under, then let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. All right, you guys, before we start, as always, be sure that you are subscribed. And if you find any value in the content along the way, give your girl a big thumbs up. So let's go ahead and start with one that just... so hyped, okay? So hyped a couple years ago, and I was very new to Middle Eastern fragrances. I feel like I was just starting to kind of dip my toe into it, and everyone was raving about Nebras, all right? From Lattafa. This is definitely a close profile to Eilish by Billie Eilish, her original fragrance, and I'm wearing it now on this arm. It smells so delicious and beautiful. It really does. It's red berries, it's chocolate, and there is a really beautiful sweet vanilla component to it. I think this is a fabulous option for a gourmand wearer who wants something with a slight chocolate nuance that doesn't wear too chocolatey and that's not overly sweet. This is just the right amount to give you the sweet fix without, putting you into diabetic coma, which a lot of gourmands can definitely do. But this one, I think it's good. Now, where a lot of people struggle with this one is the performance. It has a really intimate scent bubble scent to me. And I just think that a lot of people get into these Middle Eastern fragrances expecting for everything to be so beast mode. So I would say I would rate this at a 7. And I can give you an alternative which smells very, very close and similar. They have the same notes pretty much. This is going to be from Paris Corner. And this is Ophidian Sweet Surrender. This one wears... It's not quite as sweet, but it wears a lot louder. It lasts a lot longer, and you're not going to feel the need to top this off like every couple hours. Like, I feel like I kind of have to do this to really smell it. I have to really overspray this one, and it just doesn't wear very loudly at all. Not saying that everything has to be beast mode, but I can easily smell Ophidian Sweet Surrender. So I feel like where I would rank this one at 8, and I would say this one is maybe like rated at a 7 because of the performance. So next up is probably one of the most viral, okay? The most viral, and I'm telling you, people still ride for this doggone original Yara. When I first got this, I was like, okay, this is cute. This is cute. And I wore it. Y'all got so many compliments. But for me personally, as this has aged and matured, it just doesn't, I can't. It smells a little cheap to me. And it does not wear as light as it used to be. It definitely wears a lot stronger, and just something about the sweetness of it, the way everything just kind of comes together, it's a little off-putting when I smell it now. I do not wear this any longer. I really have this just as a point of reference, but this one I think is definitely a little overhyped. I mean, some people really do love this fragrance, but I think that when you get on TikTok, honey, you see all these little bite-sized, oh girl, it's gonna be very hard to use discernment, and you're just gonna be buying, because I know when I get on there, I'm buying. So in my opinion, I would say it's a little overhyped. Okay, I'm going to give her a rating of about a 6. Okay, don't come for me in the comments. These are just my humble opinions. So next up is another Lattafa. Look, you're gonna see a lot of Lattafas on this list because they are very, very, very popular, but really worth the hype fragrances. A lot of them, not all of them, but some of them definitely are just better and the OGs. Case in point here, Ansaam Gold is going to give you Oriana. Okay, it's going to give you Oriana, but baby, everyone is going to smell this on you. Everyone is going to compliment you, and you will be able to smell this well after the 8-hour mark. I mean, the performance on this, you just cannot compare the two. Oriana was such a fast declutter in my collection because I could not smell it on me after a couple hours. And the thing is, I would wear it like side by side with Love Don't Be Shy. Love Don't Be Shy already has that reputation for not having the best performance. For me, it was always very moderate. But I would say, whereas I was getting a good 6 hours out of Love Don't Be Shy, baby, I was getting a good 3 out of Oriana. I couldn't smell it on me at all, like after about 2 or 3 hours. And for that price point, I'm gonna need to smell you. And so I just feel like Ansaam Gold is going to give you that scent. It wears a little louder for sure, and it lasts much longer. Now, the scent of Oriana itself, I wasn't like the hugest fan of either. I much prefer Love Don't Be Shy, and they're very similar, but I mean, at this price point, I'll take her. At this price point, I'll take her. I just feel like this is not a scent that I would pay 350 plus for. But would I pay 50 for it or less? You're like, this is probably under 50 at this point. I would, okay? So Ansaam Gold, if you're looking for a fabulous dupe for Oriana, then here she is right here in this bottle. And I'm going to rate Ansaam Gold, I would say an 8. I would say an 8 because she is giving Oriana. She's giving Oriana much better performance, all right? So again, Ansaam Gold from the house of Lattafa. So the next one I want to talk about, I'm actually going to talk about the entire collection, the KHAMRA collection, all 3 of them, okay? And I'm not even going to hold you, 10s, 10, 10, 10, 10s across the board. And I say that because, baby, I mean, we barely even see people talking about Angel Share now, but when I tell you everyone is still obsessing over these KHAMRAs, and in my humble opinion, their latest flanker to the KHAMRA lineup, DUKHAN, is wearing the crown for me, okay? They have added tobacco and this incense, and I automatically thought that this addition of tobacco, patchouli, incense, okay, this is gonna be for the guys. They all were equally unisex to me, and you just have to try things on your skin because on some people, maybe you're pulling the smoky incense quality of it a lot more. On mine, I am getting so much delicious sweetness, that praline, I mean, the sweet amberiness of it all is what I'm getting the most of, like all of the KHAMRAs. This one does not have the Akigala wood like the original one, so it's not going to be as loud. Like the original KHAMRA is not playing. 12 hours into my workday, I walk into a Chipotle and this lady smells me from behind her head, and she whips around and she is like, what fragrance do you have on? Y'all, 12 hours radiating off my little uniform I had on. And for that price point, for that performance, for that scent profile, the spicy, delicious sexiness of it all, I cannot rate it under a 10. But this one, baby, those edges are smoothed out, okay? Whereas the original one is the Akigala wood, she is prominent, okay? And so it's going to give it a much louder, spicy quality. It's going to give it a much woodier quality. This is so smooth. The incense has completely changed the texture of the spiciness, and this is just uber sexy, highly wearable, and highly recommended. All 3. Which one do you want more? Do you want something louder, woodier, spicier? Go with your original one. If you want something just a little dialed back without the Akigala wood and a little hint of coffee, go with the QAHWA. If you want something that is smoother than the others, then go with this one. I don't think you need all 3. These are true flankers of each other, and they really do offer something just a little different, like nuance, that makes all the difference. So whatever sounds like it would appeal to you more, I would say go in that direction. But baby, you need a KHAMRA in your collection if you want a fantastic, sweet, ambery, gorgeously sexy and spicy fragrance. All right, so the KHAMRAs, 10s. So this next one is very popular in the Middle Eastern world, probably one of my earlier experiences. I don't wear often, but I'm not going to deny that Choco Musk is absolutely cozy chocolate deliciousness. My daughter is on like bottle number 3 though, so she wears it out for sure, but it is definitely an intimate scent. And I think that if you love the idea of something a little chocolatey, something a little musky, and I would just say maybe like a orchidy vanille vibes, vibes, okay? Not quite as good as that fragrance, but in the ballpark of, and you're talking about spending little or nothing for a fragrance, then this is one you should definitely check out, because honey, what you got to lose? Like, I think these are like $5 or $10, like under $10 if I'm not mistaken, okay? And the performance is not going to be that loud, but I just think that around the house cozy comfort, then yes. And you really do get a gorgeously chocolate vibe that doesn't smell cheap to me. It really does smell really quite beautiful, simple in note structure, but it is exactly what it says it is, chocolate and musk. So for that reason, because it is more of an intimate scent, I'm going to rate it at about a 6, because it does smell really beautiful, but honey, you're gonna be the only one that's gonna be able to really smell it on you, all right? So Choco Musk by Rehab. Now this next one just had me shooketh. I had a travel size of the original one. This is an inspired by of, but baby, when I tell you I completely removed that Gucci Gorgeous Floral from my cart, but when I tell you I removed that Gucci Gorgeous Orchid from my Joma Shop carts after I got this and I smelled it, because this is absolutely the better of the two. This is Atheeri. This is a newer release from Lattafa, and when I tell you, this scent is so gorgeous. If you are looking for a really gorgeously sweet vanilla floral fragrance, perfect for this time of year. The bees will be buzzing around you, which is probably why I got this bee on this bottle. I don't know, but beautiful vanilla floral nectar is the vibe that I get from this. It does wear much louder than the original Gucci fragrance, which I think that fragrance was absolutely beautiful. I had a sample, not a sample, I had a travel size of it, and I literally said when spring rolls back around, because I was kind of out of the market for buying full bottles of spring and summer fragrances when I got that travel, I said when next spring rolls back around, I'm going to get a full bottle because it is very beautiful, but I don't need it now. I really don't. So Atheeri, I'm going to go ahead and call it, honey. We're going to give her 9.5 because she is absolutely gorgeous. I'm obsessed with the way this smells, and we're going to be wearing her all spring and summer long. I find that this may even be one where you can take it in and make it a signature scent. If you love something that is vanilla forward but not gourmand, still sweet, but definitely a floral presence, then I think you would absolutely enjoy this one, all right? Again, this one is Lattafa's Atheeri. So this next one absolutely took TikTok, Instagram, YouTube by storm. And this is also from Lattafa. This is her confession. And at the time, okay, we didn't have a whole lot of dupes of your girl Blanche Bette. And I have been an avid lover, promoter, hyper of Blanche Bette since that fragrance hit my skin. I love it. It is vanilla, it's lactonic, it's white floral, it's very heavy on the vanilla, the ambrette, the musk, like all the things that I love in life is in that one fragrance. So when they came out with this one, everyone had to have it, honey. And I was impressed with the job they did. It was giving, I would say 85%, like 85%, maybe even 90. Getting really close, but something about just the final refinement of it all, it's had time to sit macerate. It is good. It is good, but it is not great. So for that reason, I'm gonna give her 7.5. I'm gonna give her 7.5, but however, I have one that's gonna get you at a 9, and it is Lactea Divina from Paris Corner. This Tesquine Lactea Divina, I did not have high hopes for, okay? I did not, because I did not like the job they did with the Tesquine Cascade Caramel Cascade, which is their inspiration of Bianco Latte, one of my favorite gourmand vanilla fragrances. The musk in there just wasn't doing it for me, but this one, honey, this is even closer to Blanche Bette, and it has better longevity than her confession. I would say the projection, the sillage is probably going to be about the same between these two. Now, honey, nothing is beating the sillage of the original Blanche Bette. That is where they all differ. Blanche just got it at the performance. The performance on that fragrance is stellar. This one, really, really good, okay? It's moderate projection, very long lasting, but the scent, honey, the scent is damn near indistinguishable, okay? And you're talking about a Blanche Bette girl, okay? Through and through, I love, 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 obsess, obsess. So I would not take the comparison of them lightly, but they nailed it with this Tesquine Lactea Divina. And again, for that reason, we're gonna give her a 9, honey, a 9. All right, so next up is going to be from my favorite nose, okay? He teamed up with Lattafa and he gave us Teriaq and Teriaq Intense. I had Teriaq, and honestly, it was a very quick declutter because it was giving me La Belle vibes. It was giving me too reminiscent of La Belle with a couple changes in the fruits here and there, but it was just a scent profile that I wasn't gravitating towards. I wasn't particularly enjoying, so I just went on ahead and decluttered it. But this follow-up, oh my god, is this one of my favorites from the Lattafa house. This Intense has absolutely nothing to do with the original, so let me just say that there, and I'm not gonna hold you. 10. Okay, now the funny thing about it is this is not like a sister to the KHAMRAs, but this is a cousin of. Like, they could have released this as a KHAMRA flanker and no one would have disputed it. Okay, so Teriaq Intense is gorgeously sexy, and I don't know how some people think this leans masculine. I don't get that, because it is so like praline sweet, but it's so sexy because you've got this plum liquor. Anytime there is a boozy note paired with a plum note and it's spicy and it's ambery, we're talking about a sex bomb. And this is just so smooth and beautiful and sexy and mysterious and just luxe. This smells so expensive, and I just think that this is a 10 easy 10, easy, one of my favorite Lattafa fragrances, and you need it. Okay, you need it. If you hate the snakes, girl, just give it a new top. Okay, but I'm telling you, if you love spicy, if you love ambery, and you love a good plum note, you would be remiss if you did not get your nose on this fragrance, and especially at this price point. Again, Teriaq Intense from the house of Lattafa. Next up is from the house of Ansaam 1950, and this is Dubai chocolate. The chocolate itself went viral on TikTok, and so when I tell you, the deliciousness of that Dubai chocolate with the kunafa, and it's just, they have put it in a bottle and it smells just like the Dubai chocolate. If you want to smell like a bar of Dubai chocolate, then they have given you that in a bottle. It smells so delicious. It smells like Dubai. It smells like rich, opulent chocolate scent, but at a very affordable price point, and I am loving this. Now, something about chocolate fragrances, I think for the most part, they are not really loud wearing fragrances. Like with the Nebras of it all, the Choco Musk, across the board, typically they just don't wear loudly. I would say the same with this one, but this has, I would say, moderate performance, moderate projection, moderate longevity, nothing, 8 hours. It's not going to give you that type of performance, but the smell, the vibe of this is one you should not mind decanting and taking with you. And I would say I'm going to give this a 7.5. I love the way this smells. If they could give us like a beast mode version of this where everyone is just smelling like Dubai chocolate when you walk into the room, baby, I would be so here for it. It would be a 10 because I just love the way this smells. I cannot, like, I literally cannot. It smells so delicious. All right, again, this one is Dubai chocolate pistachio kunafa from the house of Ansaam 1950. Next up is from the house of Lattafa as well. This, to me, I feel like maybe an original scent. I don't know, like, people have said, oh, I think it's supposed to be duping this, and I'm like, they don't smell nothing alike. But anyway, so I'm just going to say that I think this may be an original Lattafa creation because they do have some original scents. This is Musamam White Intense, and this has got to be one of the most beautiful takes on a sandalwood in my entire collection, Middle Eastern or not. I've got a lot of fragrances, but this just smells so beautiful and so special to me, and I just love the vibe that this gives. This has a sexy edge to it, which is not something I associate with a sandalwood dominant fragrance. Something about the way this wears is almost like this slight nuance of suede or saffron or something hidden in this fragrance, which I really don't even think they mention, but it is there. It mentions spices in the top, so I'm guessing that saffron or something is wrapped up in the spices, but it is slightly warm spicy, it's coconut, it's creamy, it's sandalwood, it's just a touch ambery, and it has amazing performance. So Musamam White Intense opens with notes of spices, bergamot, and orange. You have middle notes of coconut, ylang-ylang, and broxton and mahonial, and you have base notes of sandalwood, musk, and benzoin. I just think that if you're looking for a gorgeous sandalwood scent that speaks to like spring and summer, because you do have the coconut, you do have the ylang-ylang, you absolutely need to give this one a try, because I feel like it's quite unisex, but I would say maybe just leaning a hair feminine, because there is nothing that has a masculine edge about it, but it is highly unisex. Okay, so anyone can put this on and smell phenomenal, but but I just think that they did such a fabulous job with this one. And for that reason, I'm going to give Musamam, I'm going to say a 9.5, okay? Really, really good fragrance. Last but not least on this list is GIGGLEPUFF. And this is from the house of HEKAYAT ATTAR. And this is their impression of Hufflepuff from the house of Sillage. Love the job that they have done with this fragrance because they have literally nailed it. I'm definitely starting to see it make its rounds on TikTok, and I blind bought this just based off of seeing the bottle, the name, and the notes. I hadn't even seen any reviews on it. I didn't even know that it was making its rounds on TikTok when I purchased it. I feel like just something, an ad or something came up from one of the boutiques that carry a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances, and I said, what? Let me get this. Love it. OMG. You get that beautiful citrus that's done perfectly, okay? It is not too sharp. It doesn't give cleaning products. They have paired it with this beautiful peach, coconut, creamy, vanilla plentiful. So when I tell you, if you are looking for an affordable alternative to Hufflepuff, because you know them cupcakes are very pricey, look no further. Under $50. Amazing scent. You get more juice. You get the same scent. Why would you not? All right. So GIGGLEPUFF, I'm going to go ahead and give her a 9. Like, she really did come to work and she did the job. She's supposed to be duping Hufflepuff. She has done just that, and it has better performance. All right. So that is it for me, you guys. These are my rankings of some really popular Middle Eastern fragrances. I hope this will be somewhat of a guide to where to start. Okay. What to pass on, what to maybe consider, because the thing about these Middle Eastern fragrances, you're going to do a lot of blind buying. Unfortunately, these are not readily available to sample and decant at a scent split. Some of them, it's like, do I even want to spend the money on getting a decant? By the time you pay $10 for the decant, pay for the shipping, you're halfway at the price of a full bottle of some of these. I mean, some of these you can get like $30, you guys, 100 mil. So a lot of people just go ahead and blind buy it. But with that being said, you can be really disappointed by some of these like any other designer or niche. So watch the reviews, really see what the consensus is on some of these before you just willy-nilly go out and spend the 40-50 bucks, because that does to add up. It does add up. But I just think that some of these they have done a phenomenal job with, and these Middle Eastern houses are starting to give the niche, the designers, a run for their money. All right, so that's it for me, you guys. It has been real. I love you all, YouTube. Make sure you are subscribed, and I will catch you guys on the next one.